Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's me, it's Nixxiom, and we're in World of Warcraft Western Plaguelands.
That's right. That's right. We wanted to do something different today. A zone that we have never actually sat in or fished in or sat by a campfire in or whatever. So we're in the Plaguelands.
Yeah,
In the Plaguelands, doing some homage to Wrath of the Lich King, kind of, or classic WoW and Wrath and Scourge stuff. And you know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about. You guys
I know
got
what you're
it.
talking about.
That's right. How you doing today, Crendor? We haven't recorded in a while because it's been the holiday season, and you've been dicking around with the family, and I've been dicking around over here in the UK. So how have things been going?
Yeah, I mean, it's been going all right. I'm still alive, which is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
In before gallbladder story.
yep.
So,
But yeah, just a lot of holiday stuff, hanging out with family. Just trying to like relax and enjoy it all instead of stress out over it, because
yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like after going through a bunch of medical stuff and health stuff, wherever it is, it like makes you appreciate everything a little more. So you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy all these holidays instead of when you're younger and you're like, oh man, I gotta go do stuff. It's like being in the moment, kind of just taking it all in and being like, hey, life's pretty great.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, we just got done celebrating Yuletide and celebrating the turning of the new year, and we had a ton of people over here, a bunch of guests, all like packed in this tiny ass little house that I'm in, and very stressful, I admit, having so many people in such a cramped space. But it was an entire week of we were going out to restaurants left and right, and we were like traveling all across the southern coast of England and going to all these like historical places, and we climbed up on the cliffs, on the seaside, and stood in the freezing cold, like ocean, like high winds that just make your hair for. I mean, it was incredible. I did a lot of hiking and eating and feasting and smoking, and it was great. So, but that's all over as of like 2 days ago. Everybody left, and now it's back to work. It's back to the old grind, and I'm feeling good, and I feel very refreshed, and I'm very determined to make 2019 like the best year ever when it comes to the online universe.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this is always like, I know a lot of people make the jokes about like New Year's resolutions every year. There's people like, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do the thing, but I mean, it's I've been doing that for 5 months.
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
I wasn't gonna say that. But go on.
It's one of those things where it's better than just being like, whatever.
Yeah,
At least you got like some drive in you, some goals, something to do. Even if it's only for a few weeks, it's like at least you got out there and you tried to do it instead of just sitting around being like, woe is me. Oh jeez.
Don't get me on a subject about like lack of effort in people. You'll get me going for like an entire hour. But yeah, dude, I mean, like over the past 2 days, at least for me personally, it's just been because everybody left on the 1st, and it is technically the 3rd now, correct? Yeah. So everybody left on the morning of the 1st, and ever since then, I've been kind of like rebranding. I've like updated like all my banners, and like I've been updating YouTube and my Twitch and like my support sites like Patreon and yada yada. So it's been a lot of graphic design in Adobe After Effects. I don't use Photoshop because I'm cool, and just lots of graphic design, lots of planning, and I don't want to spoil anything in a recording, but I just have a lot of very exciting things on the way, and I can spoil this. It's not really a spoiler because I've been talking about it on Twitch, and I even spoke about it in my most recent YouTube video, but one of the things that people have been like harassing me about for months now is people have been like, dude, Nixxiom, like, where's the WoW machinimas at? Like, where are they at? Like Nixxiom,
I
you're
know
like
that feel.
guy. Yeah, you do know that feel. And people have been harassing me about that, and I've been like, it's been I sort of went into it in my thoughts going into 2019 video where I just said like, oh, I've been busy and I haven't really been like making them, and I've been spending more time with a lady friend because I'm about to get married and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But really to kind of like elaborate a little further, I mean, I haven't really been making machinima over the past few months because I'm sort of like there's been a few reasons why I haven't been. Like, number one, I haven't really been too passionate about WoW lately, and I think a lot of people fall in that category.
Mm-hmm.
And my passion to make machinima comes from my passion for WoW, newsflash.
Mm-hmm.
And then also this whole prospect of moving to the UK. I mean, it's something I want to do. I'm very excited, but at the same time, there's a lot of you're leaving behind a lot of stuff like friends and family, and that puts a lot of stress like on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's something you want to do, it's still like a subconscious like stress, like, oh my god, like talk about or stepping out of your comfort zone. Very exciting, but very overwhelming. And so over the past few months, I've felt my my creativity in general has been like stagnant. I haven't been writing or drawing, or I haven't really been making machinima, obviously, because I haven't been very creative. But lately, I sort of noticed it happening like a few weeks ago. I just noticed myself drawing, and I was reading again. And so I was just telling Crendor before we started recording that I was reading the Silmarillion, or I am reading through the Silmarillion again right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just finished another book called War of the Roses. I just read through that in like a few days. Now I'm reading the Silmarillion, and I've just noticed my creativity coming back, and I feel very excited and passionate about so many things. And so to get to the point, WoW machinimas are coming back. I've already got like the first one planned out, and I'm gonna have to get in contact with Mukluk and be like, hey man, like I know we haven't spoken in like a little bit because he's been busy like learning trade skills, like blacksmithing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be like, dude, you want to do some voice acting for me? And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I'm setting a lot of goals for the new year. That's all I'm trying to say. And the holidays were great, setting new goals, and that's my 5-minute rant.
I heard you mention the writing again. I was actually going to ask you about that because I wanted to get into writing again.
Oh yeah. Well,
'cause I've been feeling motivated to write again. So I was like, hey, I know Nixxiom writes. We should do our writing thing again, or something related to it.
yeah. Me and Crendor did a book club a while back. Well, or a writing club, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was sort of, I forget the rules. I think it was like every month we had to present at least like, was it a chapter or at least like 10 pages?
I don't remember what it was either. It might have just been a chapter.
Yeah, like because Crendor was writing his book and I was writing mine. And then after a month, we'd be like, okay, here's my chapter. And Crendor would be like, here's my chapter. And I would read his chapter, and then he would read my chapter. And then we'd kind of like critique it. Like, oh, too much detail here. Like, not enough detail here. This doesn't make sense. And we did that for like 3 months, and then we sort of fell out of it because, we got busy with our own stuff. But one of my goals for this year is I want to have at least half of my book written by the end of the year. Because I'm sick and tired of having this like book sitting in my head.
Yeah.
Like I'm sick of it. Like I need to write it, and I think it'll just be such a pleasure to like make a YouTube video saying, hey, here's this book and blah, blah, blah. I was even thinking of making YouTube videos talking about like my book and a little bit about what's it about, and, like, oh, hey, just kind of promoting it a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think,
So
I think we could do something like that, or even like maybe make one of these types of videos where we each talk about ideas or like our book, and then maybe like people can comment below on what they think, or they can mention their own book ideas or stuff that we can steal.
No, we can steal. Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that'd be fun. I just want like something like that because I think it helps keep you motivated. It helps keep you like on track, I guess is a better term.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I think once you make something like public and you like put it out there and say, I'm doing this, like, and like hold me to it, like community. It's very motivating. So I think that would be cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing something like that with you. Are you still planning on? I don't remember like your character names off the top of my head, but are you still planning on going with the exact same like story idea, the one that I read, or are you like have you changed things up?
I've changed things up because I've had so many different thoughts and ideas and everything that I'm like, oh, well, it's kind of like I think 25% of it's similar, but the rest is really different. So that's my thing. But yeah, my biggest struggle is just like finding that motivation to be like, all right, I gotta write this, because I always am like, well, I could stream instead, or I could do this instead.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. That's what I deal with too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and like whenever I do have like free time, like when I'm not editing or streaming or doing voice acting for Planet Dolan, whatever, I like to fill my free time with not working. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I like to just sit back and read my book. So like, but I enjoy writing, and one thing that I was doing for a while, I was there was another book that I was working on, which honestly, like I'm kind of like, nope, there's my phone. I'm kind of like 3/4 of the way through it. I just like stopped writing it, but I was writing a book for a while, called I don't remember exactly what I was going to call it, but the temporary title, unless someone has already stolen it, was No Bullshit: How to Grow on YouTube. Yeah. And it was just a how to grow on YouTube book, but like no like keeping anything a secret, like no sugarcoating anything, like hey, like I talk a lot about things like you are a product, and there's just tons of stuff I talk about like in like essays throughout the entire book. And it was meant to be like a short thing, short and to the point, maybe like 100 pages at most, but I think it was somewhere in like the 60-page territory. And all I was doing each and every day is I would put it on my whiteboard under my things to do today list, and I would just say, write 1 page for YouTube book. And I did that for the longest time, just 1 page every day. And eventually I had like, oh shit, like it's like 50 pages.
Yeah, I think that's like the best method to go at it too, because when you look at it all at once, you get overwhelmed. So when you do like 1 page a day, you're like, oh, it's not bad. And then before you know it, even after 2 weeks, you're like, hey, I got 14 pages. Like, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, it was actually some advice from Stephen King, because people were talking to Stephen King during an interview, and they said, oh, how do you write so much? And he was like, well, it's really not that hard. All I do is I just set a goal for myself, like to write a page every day. And if I write 2 pages or 3 pages in one day, then huzzah. But, every day I just write at least 1 page, and then within an entire year, boom, you have 365 pages of a book.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a book, like essentially. Yeah. So, once you got something to write, just start writing and see where it takes you, and then go back and rewrite things, and so on and so forth. I remember Crendor's story was more heavily focused around multiple characters, where mine is focused around a singular character, which I think is a good contrast. So if you want to talk about that like more down the road, I don't mind. I don't really want to spoil anything right now, but if the people are interested, then why not?
Yeah, leave it in the comments. Just say if you're interested or not, or what you'd like to see, or like show ideas for writing. Like maybe
we'll hype this up.
Yeah, we'll hype it up a bit.
That's right. Then we can do like public challenges.
Yeah, we can public be like writing challenge.
We can be like, oh, by like this date, we have to have written this many like pages, and then we need to like make a YouTube video saying I did it, and like talking about what we wrote and what was the process like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds good.
Just be like, yeah, it was very difficult, to force myself every day to write 1 page because blah, 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 this happened, and there was some drama here, and my best friend betrayed me, but, I did it nonetheless. I got that shit done, and, blah, blah, you just got to do what you got to do,
I overcame all the obstacles.
I overcame all the obstacles. Man, I'm so fucking cool. Like,
yeah.
I was telling Crendor as well, like just before we started recording, that I can't, since I'm like in the UK right now, I'm in this new place, and it's very, very late in the evening. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning for me, and I'm still awake. And because like there are like people like there are people like literally right through the freaking like wall in front of me and right above me. So it's like I gotta be quiet. I can't be my usual loud and obnoxious self. And I'm sure some people are like, oh God, like praise the Lord. But gotta be quiet. It's all right. That's all right.
That's what I was saying. It's more like a me personality this time.
Yeah,
There's no like woo. It's just all like yo. Welcome
I gotta
to
be like
KBBR Jazz 45.8 in the morning today. We're gonna be talking about writing clubs, and whatever else you want to write in. Leave a comment in the comment section below and tell us what's your favorite thing to read or write, and we'll be reading these live on air pretty soon.
Well, I was actually thinking about speaking of like voices and being cool and whatnot. I was actually thinking about possibly taking my video camera out into the woods near here and recording another like ASMR-esque like smoking video one day.
Oh yeah,
because because like even to this day, like you barbarians pop up in my comment section on YouTube and you're like, dude, when's the next like ASMR smoking video, Nixxiom? It's like, my God, like how like why is there a fandom surrounding that video? Like
it's well, I can tell you why.
Okay.
First off, it's a very I like to say community driven type of video where it makes you feel like you are out in the woods or, sitting with you, kind of just chilling out, having a smoke, listening to the fire. So there's that aspect of it, which is it's a very peaceful thing. Then there's the fact that you're telling stories, so it's like, oh, you get a little story time, learn a bit more about you, almost like a vlog type thing. And then it's so long, it's like an hour-ish. So that's something you can put on, and you're going to be entertained for an hour. You can write while you're watching it. You can clean the house while you're watching it, and you can always just turn back and be like, hey, I got some nice background on. So I think all of those things mixed together, I don't know. It's a nice chill video.
Okay. There might be some people wondering what the hell I'm talking about, but just to elaborate in 2 sentences, a while back, Crendor was in the hospital getting his brain removed, and I was like, hey, I'll make an ASMR video for Crendor to help him feel better, and he was like, Clay. And so I made this video of me sitting in my backyard smoking a cigar and drinking whiskey, and it was just me talking about my grandfather and stuff, and everyone's like, dude, like Nixxiom, we gotta make more. So
we're still waiting.
Still waiting, apparently.
Still waiting.
Nixxiom ASMR coming back.
I'm ready, man. I've actually contemplated bringing back my ASMR channel where I actually have one where I'd either do podcasts like this where I'd just be like, hey everybody, today I'm going to talk about week 17 of the NFL. And then people be like, I don't even care what you talk about, just keep talking. Yeah. Or I would put up these WoW sound ASMR things where I'd go into random zones in WoW and put them up. And I actually really like those. I would watch my own videos or listen to my own videos because it's just the ambient noises of WoW. There's like some really good ones and some where you like don't even expect it. Like there's one in Azshara where it's like the mines there and you just hear this like
yeah.
And I was like, dude, I was like, that is so good. So I wanted to make some more of those just because I could use some more of them for myself, and I figure, hey, somebody else probably wants to listen to this too. That's a Good Night Crendor on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description just so you can go sub there for when nothing happens and I forget I even mentioned this.
There you go. Yeah. Do you like listen to like ASMR like when you're like doing things? Like what do you listen to when you're like doing things?
ASMR actually helps me focus the best out of everything.
Okay. So like you like when you're like writing, you listen to like the lady with like the ears.
I mean, I could. My favorite is like tapping for some reason, like the.
Okay.
It just after a while you forget it's even there and you're just focused. I think it just helps you tone out everything around you. And so it just keeps you on track of what you're doing. While if I'm listening to like a stream or Netflix or something, I keep like looking over at it like it requires my attention. While this, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, this doesn't require my attention. It's just there. So I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh. So I think that's why I like it so much too.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this before, I think. So I mean, I won't really get too much into it. I mean, I just listen to like ambient music usually.
Yeah, I mean, I still
I
think
very
it's a
much.
form of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it definitely is. I mean, I personally very much enjoy dark ambience, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I like I know for a fact I've talked about like this song, and people are like, it's so weird. But then again, people think the tapping thing is weird, so who cares?
Yeah.
Like there's this like dark ambient song, and I think it's by Cryotech. I don't remember, but some company, and it just like starts out with a guy, and you just like hear like his like he's just like walking like uh on like dry leaves like in the woods, and it's like this very like melancholy like ambient music is playing, and it just has this vibe of like you just see so many things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like classical music. It's like, I mean, I love classical music. I mean, I remember like me and my friend Tate, the hitchhiker guy that, put the
Yeah.
stick up the man's ass. He's a good boy. Like Tate loves classical music. And I remember one time we were hanging out with our friend Zach, and Zach hates classical music. He's like, oh, it's so stupid. And he was like, why do people like classical music so much? And I'm like, dude, because it like makes you see things. It's like you listen to it and you like everybody sees something different. Like, you might listen to like I don't know, like you could listen to like one of Beethoven's symphonies, and you might see like like an army of angels like descending upon like the earth, like spreading, like war and conflict on like a bunch of demons. Or you might see like a knight trying to rescue like a damsel in distress, or I don't know, like something. Everybody sees something different in the music and hears a different story, and then you get to share those stories with each other, like, this is what I heard. And that's
Yeah.
what makes it cool. It invokes imagination.
Yeah, that's why I got really into like electronic music too. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
But
I've
'cause
never really listened to electronic.
it's like just any music I think without lyrics does it. But I
Okay.
think sometimes if it's like a few lyrics, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But and then I think very heavy lyrical songs are more about relating to something. Like, oh my god, I relate to this song. Like they're talking
I relate
about
so much.
this
This
is
is me.
This is us.
Dude. Oh, go on. I'll tell you a story.
I mean, that's pretty much all I have. It's just it. I think those heavy lyrical songs do tie in more to the like normie crowds, because they'll be like,
Yeah.
I just broke up with my relationship partner. They're like, yes.
Dude, that's exactly what I was about to say. There's like this one guy that I knew back in the day, and it's an inside joke between me and my friend. Well, me and all my friends. And you might know the song I'm thinking of. If you don't, someone in the comment section is going to know it. But there's this one dude I used to talk to, and I remember this like one day. He was like, dude, Nixxiom, like, dude, like, you got to listen to this song. Like, you got to listen to it. Like, it is me. It just defines me and like who I am. Like, it was one of those moments. And I was like, I don't really want to listen to like your like bullshit music. And he was like, dude, you got to listen. Like, if you want to really understand and have a window into my mind, you need to like listen to this song. So I was like, all right. So like the song started, and I don't know the actual lyrics, but it's like, it starts out, it's like, I'm looking through the window 'cause I'm sad. I'm so fucking sad. I can see the rain falling outside because I'm sad. It's just something about like a guy looking out like the glass. I don't know how much time has passed or something like that. I don't know, but I was like, man, shut your stanky ass up with this like fucking like depressing ass music, man. Shut your bitch ass up. And like, me and him are not friends anymore because I said it was one of like the dumbest songs I've ever heard. But that's all right.
It reminds me of a song I heard on the radio.
No, great.
And I tweeted how it was one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
Don't you dare say it was Buy Me a Boat. I love that song.
No. It
Okay.
was These Are My Friends All right.
These are my friends. Oh, kumini mo kume. You mean the Naruto theme from like season whatever? Oh,
This is Lovely the Band. These are my friends. Let me read you some of these deep,
great.
deep
Crendor looked something up.
philosophical lyrics.
all right.
These are
Hit
my
me.
friends. These are my friends. I love them. I love them. These are my friends. These are my friends. I love them. I love them. That's the chorus.
Okay.
Here you go. I wish I was a little more loved, trying to find a way to fix that. So many people inside my head. Mama taught me not to talk back, but they're pretty good company. They cheer me up when I feel bad. Is it my insecurities that keep me going? These are my friends. These are my
What?
friends. I love them. I love them. And yeah.
Why is there like so much like? It seems like every time like I turn my head left or right, like anytime there's like a song on the radio, or like some big like song, it has to do with like being depressed or like dealing with a breakup, like you were just joking about.
Because
Or
it
like
reaches the biggest
something
audience.
negative. Well, yeah, I know, but still, it's like, man, I don't know. I listen to like happy music,
Yeah.
I introduced my my lady friend to an absolutely glorious song called "Courtin' in the Kitchen," and it's like one of her favorite songs right now, and it's just all about courting in the kitchen. And it's about a guy, and he goes to bang his neighbor's wife in the kitchen, and they bang, and then the neighbor's wife's husband comes home, and she's like, "Oh no, I was not cheating on you. He was robbing the house, and he tried to rape me." And the dude's like, "What?" And so he gets arrested because her husband is one of like the police sheriffs, and then the dude goes to jail because he was courting in the kitchen. And he's singing about it in the jail, talking about how you need to be careful about when you're courting in the kitchen. I love that song.
Is that
It
a
really
country
speaks
song?
to me. Huh?
Is that a country song?
No, it's an old Irish folk song.
Oh, it sounds like it'd be a country song to me. Like courting in the kitchen. You know,
Courting in the kitchen. Dude, or like, or I mentioned it earlier, like, dude, buy me a boat. Now that's a country song. I ain't rich, but I damn sure want to be. Working like a dog all day ain't working for me. That song is a meme on my Twitch chat. I love it. You guys should totally spam that song more on my Twitch. It's glorious. What the heck? Oh no! You
What?
guys might have just heard like a weird sound effect on my end. I somehow have like my OBS like just played a follower alert sound effect from my Twitch. Oh well, whatever. Go on.
Oh, I see what you mean. Somebody
Yeah.
subscribed randomly.
Yeah, someone followed. It was like, I was like, oh shit.
I was gonna say in the end of this song, it says, "We are the weirdos, inflated egos, the filthy misbehave, the ones you dream of, the ones you can't shake, living in your brain." I hate when
What does that have to
these
do
songs.
with Friends?
Yeah, first off, I have no
Okay.
idea what it has to do with Friends. It's like
Okay.
I hate when people are like, "We're the weird ones. We're so weird." It's like you're not weird. If you're listening to this song, I guarantee you're not weird.
Yeah.
This
If you're
is-
listening to a song on the radio, there's nothing weird or mysterious or different about you.
It's that like, holds up spork, I'm random type of thing.
Yeah.
That like 13-year-olds do, where it's like, haha, I'm so
random.
different, random and quirky. Holds up spork, haha, banana.
Banana.
It's like, all right, that's what you do
Banana.
when you haven't developed any sort of like personality yet.
Yeah.
And then, you grow up and you're like, hey, everybody's kind of different and weird in their own way. As long as you're not like an actual weird person, which is like some guy raising, cantaloupes in his backyard
Dude, that sounds awesome.
with like a pet ferret.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
I only say that because I referenced that on a podcast.
Really?
There'd be like some guy yelling at his cantaloupes that he like named them all, and he's supposed to like, Jerry, god damn it. Like picks one up, just throws them at the garage door, like, I knew you would be the one to betray me. And everyone's like looking out of their house at him, like, yeah, that's the crazy cantaloupe guy. Like,
Listen.
that's a weirdo, not like, I do things that most people don't do. Like, I get really excited and jump around. I'm so weird. It's like, no.
Yeah. It's like,
Not
okay.
weird.
Like you
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everyone's got their own weird thing that they do. I mean, I name trees, so I mean that's pretty cool. You ever just
How
like
many
walk out in
trees
the
have you
woods and
named?
like give a name to like every tree that you see?
I have not.
Dude, I'm like
But-
motherfucking Adam from the Bible, but with trees. You know,
How many trees have you named?
quite a few. Dude, I like bond with the trees, man. Like I go out and I like play music with my instruments and I just like listen. I
Well-
like listen and hear what the forest has to tell me.
Well,
There are many
see,
secrets.
you're a weird
in the
person.
woods, you know? Yeah. There are many stories to be heard in the forest for those that know how to listen. You know,
I don't think it's cool though. That could be a book in itself, The Forest Whisperer or something.
the forest whisperer. Yeah, dude. Fucking real life druid, yo. It's great. Can't wait to see that comment. But yeah, man, it's just like, oh, dude, like you give like trees like very like, you know, cool sounding names like I don't want to say actually. But you know, you see like you find like the oldest tree in the woods and you give him like, you know, a name like, you know, Old Man Willow. You're like, oh, dude, Old Man Willow. Dude, he is. And then like when you're hanging out with your friends, like, oh, I'll be at Old Man Willow. Like, meet me there. It's like, okay. You know, everyone's
Yeah.
got the thing. It's great.
Yeah,
You know, it's great. So,
I like that.
Yep. But aside from that, I mean, it's speaking of trees and stuff, it has been interesting being over here in the UK because I mean it's a new land, a new landscape, new trees, new forests, new places to explore. There's actually a lot of caves near here, so I've had the pleasure of going to some of the caves that you can find in the forest near here and exploring those. And maybe I'll make a video like showing off some of that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty all right. That's what I was thinking about doing if I do some kind of like crazy ass ASMR video. Like I'll go like to like various places like out in the woods and like sit and just like you know like be, you know.
Just be still.
You know, just like kind of like just be.
Exist.
Like become the bee.
I'm a
The
bee.
bumblebee.
I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee.
Yeah, I'm a bee, you know, just calm, centered, controlled.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the point is, that what we're trying to get at, or what Crendor's trying to get at, is there's a bunch of like people on the internet, a bunch of edgy people that think they're wacky, spontaneous, different, and mysterious, but they're not. And no one cares.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. You know?
Blunt to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been going to the gym?
Yep, still go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. It's harder with the holidays, but I mean, I still manage to do it. Now it's hitting that point where it's gonna get flooded
Yep.
with all the new people, so I just got to
so
go at
bad.
unconventional times.
I can't go to the gym. There's no gym near here.
Shit,
Can't do
dude.
anything. Like I feel terrible. Like I honestly find myself watching videos of people at the gym because I just miss the gym. Like I'll like watch a video of like someone like deadlifting or doing something and like a manly tear will roll down my cheek. And I'm so jealous.
It really does
I-
make you feel better after going to the gym, no matter what it is.
I just enjoy like the gym presence,
Yeah.
the ambience. Like I like listening to the big sweaty men grunting.
Well, I think
You know?
everybody there is working towards bettering themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. There is a gym near here, like, but it's like 45 minutes away by car,
Yeah.
and I don't have a car over here. So if I ever want to go somewhere, I got to go by bus. And if I wanted to get a bus all the way out there, it's like £10, which is probably like $12, $13 or more.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, oh, you know, do I want to like spend like $13 every day to go to the gym, or like, you know, 3 times a week to go to the gym plus the gym membership on top of that? Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm not like in the middle of like some backwater nowhere place. I mean, there are gyms near here, or there's one, but it's like a it's like a fancy gym. It's like one of those things you got to get like invited to like
Yeah.
go there. You know, it's kind of like it's for the beautiful people. All right. You know,
Oh, no
So-
uglies allowed.
no ugly people. Well, no, it's for like rich people. It's like a rich person gym.
Yeah.
Like every single like fucking treadmill is made of gold and it comes with a blowjob. So whatever. Whatever.
Well, you're gonna have to find a
jealous.
gym.
I'll find
Or
one.
get a
I mean,
car.
what I was thinking about doing is making what I was going to make a vlog about it called the Stone Age Gym. And I was going to go out in the woods and I was going to make a gym in the woods out of like rocks and sticks and logs. But the problem is, you know, fun fact, it rains a lot in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Like, my God, the sky weeps over this land. And so, like, it's like, oh, I'm going to go outside today and go out in the woods and find some stones for lifting and find a nice spot to carry everything to. Oh, it's going to be so great. Oh, roll back the curtain. Just rain. Unending rain. And then when it
I would
finally,
see
like,
that.
dries out, it's still muddy as shit out there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I like rain, but I think rain every day would probably start getting to me after a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like every day, but it's like here's the problem. All right. Okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, dude, like, you know, the mud in like the shows. Like, all right, you know when you watch like any show like set in the past or any movie set in the past, there's like that mud. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like that fucking mud where it's like 3 inches deep and people are walking through it and it's just like
Yeah.
and it just looks it's like people are walking through like just poop. Like, it's so thick and squishy and nasty and wet looking. Dude, that's how it is over here, like in the woods. So like there was this one day where I went out in the woods and I was going to take like some photos of like birds and shit because I'm cool like that. And I was like, oh, cool. And I got my like camera equipment and I threw all that like shit together. I was like, oh yeah, man, here we go. And I walked to like the entrance of the woods and I started walking down like the path, and immediately on like the slightest downhill, I slipped and fell and like tumbled into the mud and went rolling down the hill. And I was like, well, that kind of sucked. And then Laputin was streaming. And so like I walked back into the house and I was like, hey babes, I'm back. And she was like, wow, you were only gone like 5 minutes. And then she turned around and saw that I was covered in mud. And then she started laughing at me in front of everybody. So if it's not raining, it's so fucking muddy that it's treacherous. These are treacherous lands, my friends. Treacherous.
Yeah, it seems well, aren't those lands out there a little more like jam packed too? Because everything's like together. Is that just near London? Because I've only ever really.
That's near London. I hate
Yeah.
London. Like London is one of those. It's kind of like New York. I hate New York. It's like you visit it and you're like, wow, this was kind of nice. See ya, and then you leave and you never come back.
Yeah.
That's how it was for me anyway. I don't like cities. Like London, any city is a rat's nest to me, and London is bad. Like, you're just like walking through London, you're like, wow, like look, it's London, so cool. Oh, what's that smell? Oh, it's feces. Oh, my favorite. You know, and you just keep on walking. Dude, that's how it is, man. You just catch like a whiff of poo, like no matter where you go in London.
That's
amazing.
The city life.
I hate it. Why would you, dude? Like I went to the other day. Let me tell you something, Crendor.
Okay.
The other day, you know, shout out to anybody that knows where this place is. And if you don't know where this is, go on. All right, Crendor, go on Google Maps right now.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna open up Google Maps too.
All right.
And I want you to type in. Wait, let me go to Google Maps. Google. Let's see. I want you to type in the Queen's Head Pub. Okay, in Rye. So RYE. Oh wait, no, not in Rye. Excuse me, that's wrong. You want to do Icklesham. Icklesham. So
Icklesham. Oh, there it is.
ICKLE Sham. Icklesham.
All right, I got it.
All right. Now, what I want you to do Okay. I want you to go to satellite view. Are you doing it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I know for a fact someone had to have done or has to have done one of these things. Oh, no, they haven't. Oh, no. Man, I was hoping someone would have done a 360 camera. Okay, the point is, there's this pub called the Queen's Head, and it's absolutely glorious. And you can't see it because I was hoping someone would have taken a 360 view, but apparently not.
Damn.
But when you sit when you sit at that pub on the little like benches and stuff out the back, those like fields you see like all around it, it's just you just see for miles just rolling green hills, and in the far distance you can see like some windmills turning, and it's just so peaceful, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, why would you want to live in the city when you could like live this and just be, you know?
I'm kind of just looking at all the food and it's making me really hungry.
It's very good. If you ever like come to visit, you should totally like, we'll take you to the Queen's Head. And you can like see the sheep like walking around like in the distance. Like, oh, wow, look at the sheep. You know? Like,
Yeah.
wow, there they are. Point is, I like my comfy like countryside pub life.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
It's nice. No, I do not live in Icklesham, by the way, guys. For anyone that's going to ask, like, you live in Icklesham? No, I don't. I was just there. So, but I am in East Sussex. I am.
There's some horses. So. There's some more food. Oh, yeah, there's the rolling plains.
Yeah. I went there. I went there the other day with everybody, like, you know, the whole like entourage of people, and I've pretty much eaten like everything on the menu, but I decided to be super American, and I got the big old like it was like a steak burger or something with the chips, you know. But next time I go, which is inevitable, I'll probably get like the cod and chips, fish and chips.
Yeah, dude, the fish and chips I had when I was in England was easily like the best fish and chips I ever had.
Well, the cool thing is, you know, we're in a coastal town, and so every single day, I mean, I can look out the window right now, and I probably it's too dark, but I if I was down on the beach, I could see them, but I can see the ocean from here, and you can see all the fishermen like early in the morning get in their boats and they push them out into the water and they go fishing, and then they come back, and then all along the seafront are, you know, fish vendors and stuff. And you get your fresh fish, and all the restaurants like in like the 100-mile radius around here like just buy fish from this town. And so when you go to like a fish restaurant like in the city or like in the town near here, you get like fresh fish from this morning. That's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So it's like, wow, like this cod that I'm eating was caught like just this morning, and it's great. It's amazing.
Huh.
You know, or whatever it is you're eating.
You know where your food came from.
Yeah. That's some big fish too, man. We were like walking on the seafront one day, and there were these people, and they're like, oh, like my friends, like come over here, look at our fish. And like walked over, and like massive ass fish. They were all like still alive too. Like they were just like laying on the ice, but they were still alive going, you know? And I was like, delicious. You know, like it's so fresh. Look, it's still alive. And I was like, I can see that, you know? So, but we didn't buy any fish. Very cheap though. I mean, you could like buy like an entire fucking fish for like £1.
Wowee, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, man, how do people make money? But, I love it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to go eat food because I'm very hungry.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
I haven't eaten in a while. I'm getting hungry. And
That's what I mean.
I'm like, oh, fish, sandwich, burger, anything that's edible.
Well, you know, here, quick story about this Queen's Head pub, real fast. Right. The day that we went to the Queen's Head pub, just a few days ago, we took everybody there. You know, all the visitors were like, dude, this is our favorite pub, like around here. Like, you gotta go to Queen's Head. Mm-hmm. We went, we ate, we had a good time. We came back, and then I streamed on Twitch. And I was talking about it. I was like, yeah, I just got back from like the Queen's Head guys. And I was talking about the food we had and like the view out the back where you can see the rolling hills and the sheep and the windmills. And it's amazing. Mm-hmm. And there was this guy, and he like donated to me, and he was like, He's like, Nixxiom, when you say the Queen's Head, do you mean like the Queen's Head in Icklesham? I was like, yeah, that one. And he was like, dude, I work there. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, next time you you come in, maybe I'll be in and I'll see you since I know what you look like, and I can like give you like free drinks and stuff. And I was like, oh, dude, hell yeah.
Oh, dang.
So that was a nice little coinky dinkle. So you know, next time we get like the bus like out to that area, we'll stop by and maybe we will see you, my friend. We will see you, and I will take you up on that free drink, because I would very much enjoy a free cider, you know, to go with my food.
That does sound very good.
Yep. See, the point is, Crendor, you need to come over and visit.
Yeah.
Remember when you were supposed to come and visit me in North Carolina, and because you didn't, now it's become even more complicated because now you have to come visit me in the UK.
That is very true. I just want to get like fully healthy before I start really doing things. It's
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's annoying.
Yeah. I can say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go on, finish your point.
It's like I was telling you earlier. It's like it's always just like a little rock in your shoe. It's just always kind of bothering you. It's never like, oh, I'm dying, I gotta go to the ER or something. It's just kind of like, that's kind of irritated today. This is irritated today. So it's just, I just want to get fully healthy. I'm like eating well for the new year, because I've had points where I've gotten a lot better and been like, dude, like I feel like 80% better. This is great. And then
80%.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's to the point where you're like, hey, I'm healing. I guess that's the main point. But then I always mess it up somehow. Like I'm like, oh, but you know, now I can have that glass of wine. Now I can go eat a double hamburger. Now I can. Then you're like, there it is again. So I want to do like a month or two straight of just kind of like cooking, eating my own food that I make. Like not drinking at all, like maybe one drink if I go out on the weekend or something, but like just cutting out like alcohol, and just I don't know, seeing how I feel with that.
You know what's interesting, when it comes to like at least like the gallbladder, because I mean I had gallbladder issues just like Crendor. You know, before I left America and I came here, it was like a few weeks before, maybe like 2 weeks before I left, and I actually had a gallbladder pain attack for the first time since my operation in November. And
of last year.
Huh?
Of the year before, not this year.
Yeah, not this year, the year before. 2017.
Yeah.
It was November of 2017 I had my operation. And I had a gallbladder pain attack, and it wasn't bad. It was just, I knew what was happening. Like it was not like incredibly painful like the ones that put me in the hospital. It was just like, oh, this is a gallbladder pain attack. And so I sat in my bedroom on the bed for maybe like 45 minutes with a heating pad on my stomach with just a mild pain, enough to like keep me awake. And I was like, damn. But over here, like, I mean, this shouldn't really come as like a massive shock, but like over here, like, you know, even like fast food places or whatever, like they don't cook with as much like grease as in America or like fatty shit. I have no problems over here.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, like literally, like, dude, over freaking New Year's, like, I mean, I was fat, guys. I mean, come on, like, let's, you know, dude, I ate an entire fucking pizza. I was fine. Like, I'm fine. I can go to fucking McDonald's here and eat McDonald's, and I can eat a pizza, or I can eat, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me at all.
Huh.
It's like nothing. Like, I can eat ice cream. Like, nothing affects me.
I noticed that as well, even just from when I was in England. Like, all the food, even the soda, like, I had a Coke, it just tastes better. Like, everything just it tastes less fake, less, I don't know, less preservatives, maybe.
There's a lot of things that we use in America and like our foods that is illegal over here in Europe. Like,
yeah, I've heard that too.
I don't know if this is illegal, but I know like I know for a fact it's probably not illegal. Maybe, I don't know, but I know like for example, one thing that in America like it's used a lot, but over here it's not, is corn syrup.
Yeah,
high fructose corn syrup.
And it's because they just have so much corn that they grow for the purpose of making corn syrup.
Yeah, it's just not a thing. Everything in America, like look at the ingredients, like oh, it's corn syrup, corn syrup. But it's just like it's just not really a big thing over here. And
Yeah.
it's terribly bad for you, by the way. You know,
Hmm.
so
And
um,
a lot of the oils are really bad, like the not
mhm.
like olive oil or coconut oil, like the like soybean oil or like sunflower oil or like the
Yeah,
what's that other canola oil? That's like a really
hmm
bad one. And I noticed whenever I'd eat those types of things, it would always irritate me. Whenever I had like a canola oil thing, I'd be like, ugh, this is like awful. And then I'm like, oh,
hmm
that's probably why, because all those oils are really shitty.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of the first things I noticed when I came here and I stayed here for an extensive period of time for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that the food quality over here is much better. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not saying that to like like knock the states or anything. I mean, I'm an American myself, but like even for someone like me who like has my gallbladder issues, when I eat things that are too fatty or too like high in sugar or something, like a pizza or like McDonald's or whatever, just over here like nothing affects me, not even slightly. Like I'm perfectly fine. I've actually like I still eat the same. Like I was saying this to my friends the other day, and I don't know if this is true. It's probably not true, but we got a Papa John's pizza, and there's a Papa John's near here. And I was saying this large pepperoni pizza here. If you told me, if we looked into it and we saw that this pepperoni pizza has 1,000 calories less than a large pepperoni pizza back in the States, it would not surprise me.
Yeah, I think portion size is another big thing.
Mm. If
So,
you go to like an American chain, like let's say like Papa John's, like everything is still the same. It's just they use different things,
yeah.
so or they can't use certain things.
Like Nando's?
Yeah, cheeky Nando's.
Yep. So when I would eat I'd eat Nando's all the time in England and I loved it. And then
Mm.
we have Nando's here. So I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go to Nando's here." And it's so much worse.
Mm.
Like it's still good, but I'm like, "Man, I wish I had that England Nando's back, 'cause that was some prime stuff."
Hmm. I actually, well, since we're talking about the good things of the UK, I mean, in the bad territory of the UK, well, maybe not necessarily bad. Crendor mentioned portion sizes.
Mhm.
One thing that I'll say, the UK is very expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll say that first and foremost. But one thing that was very interesting to me when I first like went shopping for food is like, let's say you want to get like some roast beef, for example, like just some
Right.
slices of roast beef for sandwiches or something. You're not going to find like, at least I haven't in all the stores I've been in. You're not going to find like a package of roast beef slices with like 20 slices in it. You're going to get 4 slices for like 4 sandwiches, or like 2 if you have 2 slices. Like that's it. And
Yeah.
that's going to be like £1 30 pence. So about maybe like $2 and something.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh my God, like these like 4 slices of roast beef. Like this is like one sandwich for me, you know?
Well,
But
I guess because it's fresher ingredients, the first thing, there's like not as
yeah.
many preservatives. And then I think a lot of people buy like what they're going to use for like the next day or two. And then they go back to the store. Like it's not like, oh, we'll just keep this in the fridge for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, can't
Yeah.
really do it. It'll go expired.
Hmm.
We actually we're kind of old fashioned here. We get like milk and bread and grapes and eggs delivered to our door every other day. So
Oh.
we actually have a milkman come by. I forget his name. She knows his name, but I don't remember. It's like Larry or something, Henry.
Hmm.
And he comes by in his little uniform and he drops off the milk. And then we leave our old bottles outside, and he takes our old bottles and he leaves us new bottles of milk, and bread and stuff. And it's like, hey, so that's pretty cool.
Dude, I want some grapes now too. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just like making Crendor hungry. That's all right. That's all right.
Oh yeah.
But the other thing that I was going to say, though, like a lot earlier when I was like, oh, yeah, just finish your point, is when I flew over here to the UK, I was flying on standby. And the flight from the States to the United Kingdom, they called me up, and gave me my standby ticket, like, oh, you've been assigned to this seat. And I looked at it, and I was like, it was like 5A. And I was like, 5A? I was like, that sounds like right in the front of the airplane, right? And sure enough, they put me in first class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, apparently Mr. Anderson did not show, and so they gave me Mr. Anderson's seat. And so when I was sitting in the chair, the waiter came up to me and he was like, "Good evening, Mr. Anderson. Like, I see that you will be having the lobster tail this evening. Is that still what you want?" And I was like, "Well, first of all, it's not Mr. Anderson, it's Mr. Smith." Mr. Anderson seems to have bailed on us this evening, sir. He was like, "Oh, like, what happened?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm flying standby, and they threw me up here." And like all like the first class rich people were like, "Ah ha 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 ha," like laughing at the waiter's confusion and how like I wasn't Mr. Anderson. Cause he was like, "What? Did they change the seats?" And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm just some like white trash redneck that got I got thrown up into first class."
What a bloody fool.
Yeah. And so like all like it was funny because like all like the rich, like I was like just making jokes with like the waiter the whole time, like on the airplane, and like all these like rich people like in suits and like ties and stuff were going like, like like adjusting their monocles while laughing and tipping their top hats to me and smoking their cigars and twirling their mustaches. It was amazing. But I flew first class for the first time in my entire life, and it was a proper first class flight for like several hours, and it was great. Let me tell you guys, like, my God, like being able to turn that goddamn seat into a bed, like, man, I was comfy as fuck.
Yeah, if you're gonna do first class, going overseas is the way to do it.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. The only thing that I would say about first class is, my God, like, stop feeding me. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, as soon as I got there, they're like, oh, they started talking about lobster tail and shit. And I didn't want lobster tail. Fuck that. And I got like the beef or whatever. And but then like they're like, oh, well, hold on, we need to give you the pre-dinner meal. So they give me this like pre-dinner meal of like, well, first, as soon as you get on, they give you like orange juice. Like, oh, a complimentary orange juice. Then they give you a pre-dinner meal. Then they give you dinner. Then they give you dessert. Then you sleep for a little bit. Then they give you like, a midnight snack. Then after you wake up after a while, they give you like pre-breakfast. Then breakfast. Then a like before landing like snack. And I was like, oh my God, stop feeding me. And I was like, I am fat enough, you barbarians. And someone's going to be like, herder, like Nixxiom, if you were full, why did you not like just tell them to like not give you food? Dude, I was flying first class for the first time in my life. You better fucking believe I was going to enjoy every second of it. Like,
so. I've flown first class once on Virgin because my flight I got there early, and so they were like, hey, nobody's gotten this first class seat, would you like it for like 90% off? And I was like, yeah.
Duh.
So I did, and I was sitting next to what I think was an athlete. And there's like some other people, and it was the same type of thing where they're like, here's your food, here's more food. And you just be like, I want this food. And they're like, yep, bring it to you. And then you got your own personal TV. You can lay back. Like, I got a power plug for my laptop. I just plug it in. I was like, hey, this is pretty great. I'd do this all the time if it wasn't like, $3,000 normally.
Yeah, dude. Fucking pulling
I think
like
I paid like $150 or something. And I was like, hey, screw it. I'll upgrade and just see what it's like. And it was worth it. But I've never done it again because, somebody always claims it too. If I get there early, like, ooh, what if I can get it? And it's like, nope, it's gone. And I'm like, dang.
Yeah. You ever watch like a Casey Neistat vlog? Like everywhere he goes, I mean, he's always like on airplanes and he always flies first class, like in every vlog. I'm like, my God, like the amount of money that this fucking goblin looking motherfucker must make. He looks like a goblin.
He does look like a goblin, to be fair.
He does. He's got like that, like, he's kind of scary. I don't know. If I saw like Casey Neistat, like I'm not even fucking joking. Like, if I woke up in the middle of the night and fucking Casey Neistat was like creeping in the corner of my fucking bedroom, that would be the most terrifying thing. Oh, he looks like a fucking goblin straight out of the mines of Moria. Like,
he's a rich goblin though.
he is a very rich goblin. Yes, he
Yeah.
is. Very rich goblin. And hey, man, I'm not saying that out of jealousy. I mean, hey, I can admit, like, hey, I'm jealous of the money that man earns, but my God, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a good boy, though. I'm sure he goes to church every Sunday.
Yeah. A good goblin.
A good goblin. You know.
All right. I'm very hungry now.
All right.
And it's been an hour. That's about our
Yeah,
normal
it's been an
time we hit. So.
All right, man.
Good talk.
Well, yeah, you enjoy your food, and the next time we talk, maybe I can talk. You can talk more about how your health is failing you, and I'll talk more about how life has been in the UK and some of the adventures I've gone on.
As is tradition.
This is true. But all right, guys, thank you for watching the video. I will do the outro this time since usually you do it.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for watching our glorious little sit down video. I hope that you enjoyed listening to like our babblings about this, that, and whatever. If you would like to subscribe to Crendor, you see that button right down there. If you're on Crendor's channel, you see that big subscribe button. You want to click that. And also, you see that bell? You want to click that bell button too.
Ding, ding.
Because ding, ding. That's right. What the heck was that?
It's a bell.
Why do you have a bell?
Well, for Christmas, one of my friends like 7 years ago got me a bell. So I've just always had it.
Well,
it's like one of those waiter
thing.
bells.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't got a bell, but yeah, click the bell because it lets you know when Crendor uploads things. And do that to my channel too. Subscribe to Nixxiom Machanzima on YouTube. And hey, if you want to watch some exciting streams, then go to twitch.tv/Crendor or twitch.tv/Nixxiom. And hey, you should you should watch the next video of us hanging out because it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. You know? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done. So, Crendor, as always, I'll give you the last word.
See ya.